Howdy again. Today we're talking about perimeter and area of triangles. So you have some new formulas. You guys need to memorize these area formulas, so I would write them down on a sheet of paper. You do go over geometry again as 8th graders, but we really don't spend any time on area and perimeter. You're expected to come in knowing these formulas, so please make sure that you do write them down so that you can memorize them. So to find the perimeter of any triangle, remember that's the distance around the outside of the triangle. So to find the perimeter of the triangle, you'll add up the three measurements or the three side lengths of the triangle. Okay, because a rectangle, we learned yesterday, was base times height, and we can divide a rectangle in half, getting two triangles. Then we know the area of a triangle is half the area of the square. So if I take a square, I cut in half, and I get a triangle, that means I can use half of the area formula to find the area of a triangle. So the area formula of a triangle is 1/2 base times height, or some kiddos like to write it as, oops, that's an eraser. Some kids like to write it as base times height divided by 2, which is okay, but this is really the preferred method, especially as you get older and become more mathematically mature. We really like to see the 1/2 base times height instead. So let's give it a go. The perimeter of a rectangle is all of our sides added up. So side plus side plus side. So in this case, I have 20 plus 14 plus 22, which is 56 inches. Okay, and then area would be 1/2 base times height. This is the base of my triangle. This is the height. Remember, height is always measured straight up and down, not in a diagonal. If I go to measure how tall you are, I'm not going to stand 5 feet away from you and measure from knee to your head. I'm going to measure straight down from your head to your feet. So 1/2 the base, which is 22, times the height, which is 12. Well, half of 22 is 11. And then 11 times 12 is 132 inches squared. Okay. Now, this next one looks a little funny because there is no place where I can draw a height that goes all the way from the bottom to top. Because if I draw a height in here, that's not really the top. If I did this, that's not the top of my triangle. So the height is given outside from the base to the top, and that's given as 5. So since we're talking about height, let's just go ahead and do this first. So area. The base is 2, and the height is 5. Half of 2 is 1. 1 times 5 is 5. So that's 5 square feet, or 5 feet squared. Perimeter, again, I have all three sides because it's a triangle. And then I'm using the actual sides. So I'm using 7, 2, and 9. So 7 plus 2 plus 9, which gives you 18 feet. 7 and 2 is 9, 9 and 9 is 18. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Honestly, once you have the formulas, you should be able to just plug in and get the answer every single time. I'm going to scroll and see if there's anything that's different. They throw some decimals in here, process is the same, and you have a calculator, so no biggie. So let's have you guys try just the very next one. Let's have you try this one right here. So perimeter, which is the distance around the outside, and then that is not what I wanted to do. And then area, which would be the inside. Okay, go ahead and get started on those calculations. So hopefully you got 30.8. Okay, and then for area, you would have done 1/2 base times height. So 1/2, the base would be 8, the height would be 10. Even if you wanted to flip it the other way and make the base 10 and the height 8, you get the same answer because multiplication is commutative. So I'm going to use 8 as my base and 10 as my height. So 4 times 10, or 40 inches squared. And I forgot to label over here, which would just be inches. All right, that's it for today. I hope you all have a lovely evening, and I will, well, you'll hear my voice again tomorrow. Bye.